We have a lot to cover in this episode, because January 15th is a crucial date that could be a sign of where the price of XRP is headed. We're talking about the Ripple v. SEC appeal. We will discuss it, and because Fox Business is now bringing up Ripple, we will listen to them. We're going to talk about the current Bitcoin manipulation, just as we called it, so without further ado, sit back and relax. You'll notice the pattern here. All of the major news outlets are beginning to discuss Ripple and what's happening out there. I believe the brief meeting with President Trump, Brad Garlinghouse, and Stuart Alderodi is generating some interest. Let's get started. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has increased 1.6% to $94,855. Ethereum has increased to $3,298.28%. USDT is trading at its dollar package, USDC is still at 99 cents, and XRP is trading at a mean lean $2.30. It has risen 0.44% over the last day. I'll tell you something, though, despite the recent decline in Bitcoin and the bleeding out of many other altcoins, XRP is holding the line and is doing better than any other. I've got you covered in a little while. Cointelegraph released this just as Bitcoin hit its 14th consecutive green hourly candle. XRP is truly holding the battle lines. Could we be preparing for a very strong surge to the upside that will finally send us above that $3 range? Its price increase from $91,771 to $95,283 was its longest run since 2017. Bitcoin is just chugging along, and you think the bull run's over, but in my opinion, it's a beautiful thing. We may be calmly waiting on the sidelines, but the bull run hasn't even started yet, people. You are going to see pyrotechnics, and they will arrive any day now. This was the final attempt by market makers and institutions to manipulate the market to bring down Bitcoin. To shake people out, to scare them away, to liquidate the longs, because you know what happens, prices begin to decline, you begin to see the storyline, the bull run is gone, it's over. People, if you've been watching this video, or, more accurately, my channel, for the last 6 months, you are aware that this isn't the case. We talk about the mid-90,000 range because that's exactly where the market makers have been holding it, $94,000 to $96,000, $100,000. They don't want it to go above or below $90,000, and we've been screaming this for the past 6 months. This is manipulation. They are holding this thing in the tightest range ever, and they are doing it on purpose, Crypto says. They are positioning and preparing themselves for more than just the market media push. They have a purpose for doing this. However, if Bitcoin continues to rise sharply and reaches the $150,000 to $225,000 level, which is precisely where it is headed this year, we will witness fireworks this quarter. Will they begin just before Trump takes office? Do they begin as soon as Trump is sworn in and the bull market begins? All we know is that it will happen very quickly and will be a pump unlike any other. James Rule tweeted this morning. I'll turn up the old-fashioned sound settings so you can hear this video clip. David Strzersky is discussing Ripple and XRP on Fox Business. Pay attention. Alright, let's stay in that tech sector. You are a huge cryptocurrency enthusiast, and I had no idea how much of one you are. Many men are in that situation at the moment, particularly since the price of Bitcoin surpassed $100,000. However, as you look to the upcoming year, is it becoming slightly more wealthy if you are not already involved? I mean, as we're talking about technology here, and Liz just showed us all these big innovations that are coming, no, there are amazing things that are coming. 60% of Congress is on board, and the President of the United States is currently the most pro-crypto. This is the moment in history where cryptocurrency is going to take the next step, and Ripple, XRP, is likely to be the highway that most financial systems will be traveling through in the future. Bitcoin won't be used. Ripple is another one that you like. You mentioned that it's the one to watch at the moment. Of course. Why? Alright, so before the SEC looked into them and filed this strange lawsuit against them, Ripple was the second largest coin. In essence, Ripple will be the track that everything runs on going forward. They have developed their stablecoin at the moment, and as I mentioned, Bank of America is using it for all of their internal transactions. They have 83 patents on it, and some amazing things are about to be released. However, these pessimists advise me to only invest as much as you are prepared to lose. As of right now, some people claim that it feels like a casino. Are you in agreement with that? The best example I can think of is to avoid getting engaged with anything. Spend a pleasant weekend away with your spouse, but instead of doing that, consider investing in cryptocurrency. Here's what I'll tell you: in 3 to 5 years, either you lost one weekend together or you made some actual money. Not a huge concern. Yes, but David, I could have taken that trip. This is the ChatGPT moment, he says. He is comparing the cryptocurrency markets to the ChatGPT moment, which is what we all know happens when we see all these different AI modules cropping up like wildfire. Do you realize how large that is? This is the XRP chart as of right now. As you can see, not much has changed. This is where the significant breakdown began, 3 days ago on January 7th. We broke down. You can anticipate a price reversal to begin moving upwards once we enter this strong green indication. Yes, it did. It descended again, re-examined. We got back up. We will begin as soon as we cross this level, which is at $2.31. It appears that this is another solid upswing, which should help us reach the top $2.40 range. At the moment, $2.50 is the magic number. Breaking $2.50 opens the door to $2.72, but as you can see from the 4-hour, 1-day, and 1-month charts, we remain quite bullish. The Prime Score, which ranges from 1 to 10, indicates whether we are optimistic or bearish about this cryptocurrency. We are more bullish when the number is greater. It's currently sitting at a 7. All of this depends on algorithms, which also tell us what the charts are showing us, how the market is feeling, and where the price is likely to move. It is optimistic. This number has increased. Reputable crypto puts, Grayscale, recently took SNX out of the DeFi fund and put Curve Finance, CRV, in its place. At the moment, Curve Finance is trading at 84 cents. People don't know about or look into the good jewels you find, William. I must say, it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful call. The crucial date is now approaching. What is it? SEC v. Ripple, January 15th. You must be aware of that date. The SEC has one last chance to submit its opening brief and appeal against Ripple on this date. I think the price would suffer if they filed it, since it would signal they would be appealing. If they fail to file it and appeal this case going ahead, it will formally cease, which will cause the price of XRP to soar. This is XRP's $3 moment, which, in my opinion, coincides with some quite ideal timing. 5 days later, Trump will take office. 4 to 6 days after that, Gary Gensler will not be in the office. A new SEC chief is taking over. The crypto czar arrived. A pro-crypto president who wants to see the U.S. drive is coming into office. We just saw Brad and Stewart having a wonderful beef in Wellington while visiting with President Trump. 5 days. That's all. And the SEC will wait until the very last minute, as is customary in this situation. Most likely, they will file it after business hours on the 15th, and we will learn more about it on the 16th. We're going to see the news, I can tell you that. The story that they didn't appeal to will be revealed. Nothing was followed by them. The 15th is the date. People will be looking at the uploaded document litigation cases as if nothing is there, but this is probably because they are already out of the office, and we will see it appear on the 16th. If they intend to file an appeal in this case. Let me give Gary Gensler a final stab in the back and drop the appeal before I leave the office, even though it would be wise for them to not appeal it at this time. Jay Clayton did it, after all. Jay Clayton abandoned the lawsuit against Ripple as he was leaving. Therefore, why wouldn't Gary Gensler follow in his friend's footsteps, adopt Clayton's strategy, and dismiss the appeal as he was leaving office? It's amusing. It appears like both of these individuals are going to do the same thing when they leave their positions.